Here's something pretty cool I thought I would share with you, and I'm reading out of this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The subconscious does not argue controversially. Your subconscious mind is all-wise. It knows the answers to all questions. However, it does not know that it knows. It does not argue with you or talk back to you. It does not say, "You must not impress me with suggestions of that sort." When you say, "I can't do this, I am old, I am too old now, I can't meet this obligation, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, I don't know the right politician," you are impregnating your subconscious with these negative thoughts. It responds accordingly. You are actually blocking your own good. You are bringing lack, limitation, and frustration into your life. I'm reading in the second chapter. Let's see here. Chapter 2, part of chapter 2 here I'm reading. Where was I? When you set up obstacles, impediments, and delays in your conscious mind, you are denying the wisdom and intelligence resident in your subconscious mind. You are actually saying, in effect, that your subconscious mind cannot solve your problem. This leads to mental and emotional congestion, followed by sickness and neurotic tendencies. To realize your desires and overcome your frustration, affirm boldly, several times a day, "The infinite intelligence," this is what you're supposed to say here, "the infinite intelligence that gave me this desire leads, guides, and reveals to me the perfect plan for the unfolding of my desire. I know the deeper wisdom of my subconscious is now responding. What I feel and claim within is expressed in the without. There is a balance, equilibrium, and equanimity." On the other hand, if you say, "There is no way out, I am lost. There is no way out of this dilemma. I'm stymied and blocked," you will get no answer or response from your subconscious mind. If you want the subconscious to work for you, you have to give it the right request and get its cooperation. It is always working for you. It is controlling your heartbeat and breathing this minute. When you cut your finger, it sets in motion the complex process of healing. Its most fundamental tendency is lifeward. It is forever seeking to take care of you and preserve you. Your subconscious has a mind of its own, but it accepts your patterns of thought and imagery. When you look for the answer to a problem, your subconscious will respond, but it expects you to come to a decision and to a true judgment in your conscious mind. You must acknowledge that the answer is in your subconscious mind. If you say, "I don't think there is any way out. I am all mixed up and confused. Why don't I get an answer?" you are neutralizing your power. Like the soldier marking time, you use up vital energy, but you do not move forward. Still the wheels of your mind, relax, let go, and quietly affirm the following. "My subconscious knows the answer. It is responding to me now. I give thanks because I know the infinite intelligence of my subconscious knows all things and is revealing the perfect answer to me now. My real conviction is now setting free the majesty and glory of my subconscious mind. I rejoice that it is so." Here's some ideas to remember on the chapter 2. Think good and good follows. Think evil and evil follows. You are what you think all day long. It is so true. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you say, "I can't afford it," your subconscious works to make it true. Select a better thought. Decree, "I'll buy it. I accept it in my mind." Number 3, you have the power to choose. Choose health and happiness. You can choose to be friendly, or you can choose to be unfriendly. Choose to be cooperative, joyous, friendly, lovable, and the whole world will respond. This is the best way to develop a wonderful personality. Number 4, Your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate. Its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. Choose to believe that something good can happen and is happening now. Your greatest power is your capacity to choose. Choose happiness and abundance. Number 5. The suggestions and statements of others have no power to hurt you. I repeat, the suggestions and statements of others have no power to hurt you. The only power is the movement of your own thought. You can choose to reject the thoughts or statements of others and affirm the good. You have the power to choose how you will react. Number 6, watch what you say. You have to account for every idle word. Never say, I will fail. I will lose my job. I can't pay the rent. Your subconscious cannot take a joke. It brings all these things to pass. Number 7, your mind is not evil. No force of nature is evil. It depends on how you use the powers of nature. Use your mind to bless, heal, and inspire all people everywhere. Number 8, never say, I can't. Overcome that fear by substituting the following. I can do all things through the power of my own subconscious mind. Number 9, begin to think from the standpoint of the eternal truths and principles of life and not from the standpoint of fear, ignorance, and superstition. Do not let others do your thinking for you. Choose your own thoughts and make your own decisions. Number 10, you are the captain of your soul and the master of your fate. Remember, you have the capacity to choose. Choose life, choose love, choose health, choose happiness. Number 11, whatever your conscious mind assumes and believes to be true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring to pass. Believe in good fortune, divine guidance, right action, and all the blessings of life. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.